Oh god, never mind then. Go back up one in magic. Um, don't go down in magic.
Alright, can anybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Yeah, just kill one of your skills, not a knowledge skill.
Well, okay, well, I'm trying to kill one of my skills, but I'm trying to think. Well, shit. I mean, I could. No, that's actually not going to be a good idea. Shit. You know what? Forget it for right now, I guess.
Let's just play the game.
Yeah.
What you're gonna wanna do is when you have the chance, go ahead and just adjust your sheet. Okay. We now know what the problem is. You just need to figure out what you're going to take down. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So hello everybody and welcome to I've forgotten what episode we're on, but the latest and greatest Shadowrun campaign for Gamergate. I'm your host, Acacia, also known as Shield. Today we have Otter,
Hello.
Darth, who is muted, Gary, who is also muted,
I can speak.
John, who is here, Neffen, and Rachel.
Yes.
So when last we left off, Archon had just invited the group to stay the night in his safe house while they plan on what they are going to do next. So you've all been left kind of in the two bottom bedrooms, and you've been fed and cared for by his wife, and you've basically been situated, and now you need to decide what your next move is. So yeah.
Tumbleweeds.
Hawalawala.
Tumbleweeds, I'm saying.
Yeah, tumbleweeds.
I have like 10 windows open.
Yes. So, now, yeah. We've,
We're kind of waiting for Kai since he's the driving force.
Yes, he's the driving force of this story, the story arc. Kai, what would you like us to do? Because now we've. Okay, so what are our current options right now? Figure out more about the disc.
Figure out more about the disc. Find someone connected to the disc who can explain what the experiments were doing. Go to Karen Studios, or just return the disc to the Ares representative. And
then there's also saving his wife and child, because I think that was the thing that he was interested in last time.
Well, yes, that would be interesting, but none of you have any information on how to save his wife and child. So that's your long-term goal. Your next step, though, is going to be...
We were supposed to go find Karen Studios.
You are super low. Give me a sec. There, Darkstar, try talking now.
Alright, is that any better?
Not really.
Not really.
Is that any better?
That's better. There you
A
go.
little bit better, but you can do better than that.
Okay.
I
You can
think
do better than that.
How about that?
that's perfect.
That's good.
Lower your base a bit.
That any better?
It is to me.
Okay, we were supposed to go find Karen Studios. That was the big thing that we kind of wanted to get to, if I don't remember right.
Well, okay. So how are you all going to find Karen Studios?
Well, we have a physical location of Kieran Studios, right?
Yawn, 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 yawn.
Yawn, 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 yawn. Yawn, 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 yawn. Oh god, he's Nyan Cat. But also a Minotaur. Okay.
Neon Minotaur.
we have a physical location of Kieran Studios, right?
No, I don't believe you looked that up last time.
Well, we had said that it was a, I forgot the name of the company now, but it's,
Nirvana Studios.
I thought you said it was now defunct.
Yeah, Karen Studios is now defunct, but the building it was in is currently owned by Nirvana Studios.
Okay.
Everything that was Karen Studios is now owned by Nirvana.
I have to ask, the last time we ran into those Nirvana guys, did they smell like Teen Spirit?
They did invite us to come as we were.
All right.
Now that we've got that over with, because I knew it was going to come up the second somebody caught on to it.
I think I've been making Nirvana jokes since the beginning of this.
You have been, but that was the most obvious.
Never mind about them.
Well, you know,
Uh,
it entertains us.
You know, Nephenor, that joke was so bad, you need to go, like, jump in a lake of fire and fry.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
So, okay. I think, so I guess we're going to investigate Nirvana.
All right.
Well,
we're going to find the disc. One or the other. We're going to, like, figure out the fucking disc.
well, remember, we had the whole experimental thing.
Yeah,
So,
what we could do would be go in the sewers underneath the area and see if there's any connections underground to a to secret entrance to a laboratory underneath or anything like that. Because again, if you were gonna do secret experiments in a laboratory underneath a recording company, you'd want to have an entrance. You'd want to have a few secret exits and entrances as well. And a good place to do it would be a sewer.
That is a possibility. And wouldn't you know your way around sewer systems, Minotaur?
Only around his own one. So.
Let me ask you a question. How deep does thermographic vision go? Does it only go surface deep?
I think we need a little bit of a jump start.
within reason, you can use thermographic vision, yes. As for that jump start, well, I really can't tell you where to go now. There are 3 possibilities that have been pointed out to you in game. The first is you can walk up to the Nirvana, to the Nirvana representative after finding him, hand over the disc, win the round, get information. Yeah, second is you can keep. Whoa. I'm giving you your jump start. Give me a sec. Second is you can keep disc. Try to find Karen Studios, investigate Karen Studios, you know, and get your own information. Third is you can storm Az Technology and hope to heck that you know enough about Az Technology to get his wife and daughter out.
I vote against that idea.
Yeah, that sounds like a bad idea.
Yes, it sounds like there's gonna be far too many individuals. We don't know their.
We need to find the Nirvana rep is actually what we need to do, and we need to figure.
But I'm saying if we don't necessarily want to hand over the disc and win the round, because we don't know who the disc is going to. This is our only the disc proves that as technology is engaging in this sort of shit. So
we can already just make another copy. We've already made a copy. So, I mean, shit, it doesn't matter how many we make now.
Well, I think we should probably hide the original for right now,
yeah, that's
just in case. And if I was going to vote for a place to hide it, it would probably be in Ragnar's catacombs, probably in a hole inside
yeah.
of a box.
That would probably be a good idea.
Because who's gonna go look for it there? First off, I don't think that there's any way to track the disc. And
So since I put that place, since it has no wireless connection to the Matrix, really.
Quick reminder to everybody: please go on to D&D on Skype.
D&D?
Do not disturb.
Well, I'm not on Skype right now, so.
Yeah.
I'm on it, but my Skype doesn't make noises because I told it not to.
It's kind of funny.
You can also do /alerts off.
Indeed.
I turn the sound off on my Skype anyways, even though I'm not on it.
Somebody's on it though.
So, those are your two choices. I'm going to tell you as ST that it's pretty much the only three that are going to function as game.
So let's investigate Karen Studios.
Yes.
All right, so we're investigating Karen
first. Yes. Let's
let-
hide the good copy though first.
Well, what we can all do different things. All the social people can go and talk up Karen Studios employees. Just go to shops and such that are focused with Karen Studio employees.
It actually might be helpful if we had Kai with us though, because even though I've got charisma out the wazoo, he's got more knowledge of the industry than I do.
Although there is the problem that increases our chance of getting noticed drastically.
That is true.
So
I would also point out that on an out-of-character level, splitting the party is never a good idea.
Okay, so we could go and we don't necessarily all have to all split up. We can just have them have one character hidden in a van outside like outside a outside a shop which the employees frequent and
Ragnar,
Okay.
should hide this disc.
All right, yeah, okay.
Go hide the fucking disc.
I hide it in the maze.
Okay. You tuck it away. You hide it in the maze.
Inside a weatherproof box. Okay.
Okay.
And okay, we need to start also doing matrix surveillance of the building too. So
Okay.
we need to really we need to move over there and start spying on them.
All right, we'll go do that. So,
We gotta.
what was the name of the guy that we met and whose house we were staying up in?
His name is Ares.
Okay.
Or sorry, his name is Archon, and he works for Ares.
Okay. So I thank Archon for letting us stay.
Archon says, no problem. You guys, if you need anything, just go ahead and call us. And as you get closer to the run on Azzy, we can talk.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. So, I guess we're all gonna mosey on over to Karen Studios.
All right. Everyone knows that Karen Studios is in what is now a seedy part of town. But it wasn't always seedy. In fact, Kai, you would remember this place when you first came to Seattle after the war. When you and Valen were kind of just wandering aimlessly, that this place was actually kind of nice for all intents and purposes. it had, a good vibe to it. So to see it to see the area he was at um, go downhill, the area that this place is at go downhill is kind of heartbreaking. But yeah, it's in the old downtown area, which has within the last 30 or so years become pretty derelict. And it's still a music company. It's called Dreamweavers by Nirvana. So it's a subsidiary of Nirvana called Dreamweavers. And you would only know that because uh, the old sign for Karen Studios is literally covered by a plastic, one of those plastic banners you can buy that lights up that says Dreamweavers. So yeah, it's not that hard to find. They're still trying to promote themselves on some level, but
How big of a
for the
building?
moment, I'm sorry. It's a 5-story office building type thing.
All right.
So it's roughly 60 to 70 feet tall.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything unusual about the building itself?
Um, looks like Drac.
Okay. Is there anything in the surrounding area that like is it just like warehouses and offices and all that?
It's pretty much all warehouses, offices, and it's all warehouses, offices, and there's an occasional brothel under one of the old office buildings.
Okay. Is there any like a restaurant or just a bar or anything?
Nope, this is a downtown business type area, not a place where a bar would be.
Okay. We're gonna need to find out.
Now, a few blocks down, it does sort of transition into a place that would have a bar, but right in front of the building, there isn't much.
Okay.
Wait, so it's like an industrial area?
Yeah, it's an office park basically, is what I would call it, but it's like office building upon office building. So I mean, you've got like a soy calf.
High density commercial.
What?
High density commercial.
Yeah, high density commercial is what you would call it.
All right.
Too much Sim City.
All right. So, I think we should again. I think we should go and talk to some of the people who work there. See if we can figure out.
I say, before we're within ear range of people, like, what a dump.
If you're within ear range of someone,
No, outside of ear range. For we can get close enough.
there's no one in front of it, though there does seem to be some kind of band, I guess you'd say minivan. It's for the Hoffmans.
It's not a Flowers for Irene van.
No, it's not a Flowers for Irene. It's called the Hoffmans, and the Hoffmans appear to be some kind of glam orc rock band. If the pictures on the side are any indication.
Okay.
So clearly someone's in there. The place is functioning. You could probably walk right in there.
What if we blew up the van?
No.
And then that would make everyone like come out and look, and then we could pretend we're there and we're like, hey, what's going on? And like sneak in with everyone and act like we're.
The thing is, they don't even. They probably don't. Since again, we don't even know who's there or what they're there for.
I just wanted to blow up a van. Don't question me.
You're still Gamergate.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized.
Hmm.
I just realized something. All no, wait. Otter Jesus' character is like the Cheryl cunt of this group.
What?
I didn't say a word. Anyway,
Wow.
continuing on.
Anyways, so okay.
I run over to the building and bang on the door.
A startled woman looks up from where she's sitting, and you hear a buzz, and the door's open, sweetie.
I go inside and just stare at the woman.
Okay, the woman looks incredibly uncomfortable as the druid is just kind of staring at her. She's not sure what to do with that.
Yeah, I'm looking after it. I'm like, it's not gonna stare.
Can I join you
Hi, how
there?
are you?
I'm pretty good. Welcome to Dreamweaver Studio by Nirvana Studios. How can I help you?
I look over at the Triad and I've completely forgotten why I'm there. Aside from the fact of with the disc. Like, oh, can you tell us we're the sort of a fan of, vintage music and I don't know, I guess we're wondering whatever happened to, you know, uh, Jet Black.
She kind of stares at you. Uh, Jet Black? I I don't know anyone by that name.
Well, it's an older group. Much, much older.
Is everyone else coming? Is everyone else coming in with you?
No.
No.
I would be recognized, and they'd figure out something's going on.
I doubt that I would be recognized, but I'm not going in anyway.
Yeah.
You are fading in and out there, Darth.
I doubt that I'd be recognized, but I'm not going in.
Sounds perfect. Okay. So,
My little dragon friend here is, is just kind of a big, big fan, and I don't know. I was just trying to indulge her a little bit.
yeah, she strikes me as a very intense person.
I like a chihuahua.
That's the word for it.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about Jet Black, and even as she says that, an old man comes basically trundling around the corner, and he goes, "You wouldn't know anything about Jet Black because you've got no taste in music, girl." He kind of
Snap.
he kind of peers intently at you, and he goes, "What's this about Jet Black?"
The Dryad likes Jet Black.
Oh, well, you've come to the right place. This was his bona fide studios back before Nirvana got their hands on it. I remember cleaning up after him.
Really?
He sounds almost what?
You think the whole party should go in now?
He goes, "Yeah, I mean, I used to clean up after his things, and the guy used to be such a slob, but and he's just kind of like, well, I can certainly tell you about it. Shireen, just let the poor people in."
All right, so I'm going in.
Okay, so a big old orc. Sorry, not orc. Yeah, orc. No, a big old troll comes in. Goes, "What are you here for?"
Oh, I heard that Karen Studios is around here. You think you might have some of their old records?
Old records. Well, we have some of their paper stuff. They were super um, worried about people hacking into their database. But I was just about to show these young ladies the the records room if you want to come along.
Oh, hello there. Ragnar acts like he knows Rachel's character, but doesn't, but wasn't coming in with her.
And yeah, I do a little bit of a face palm, like, what are you doing with the weird voice?
All right, so I'm looking at it, and that appears to be let's see, what kind of role should I make for your acting? Let's go etiquette. Make that etiquette test.
So, wait, are you having us all roll for etiquette?
No, I'm having him roll for etiquette since I'm pretty sure that he's trying to act.
God
Not
damn
really.
it.
Not really trying to act. That was just I got something in my throat.
Oh, okay.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. He's not even acting. He's not even lying to the guy.
Okay, well, she's like, yeah, I'll bring you. I mean, he's suddenly almost super excited at this. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll totally bring you. Come this way. Come this way. And just kind of.
And then I grab the guy by the shoulder and I tell him like really like intensely, a jet black melts steel beams.
Please don't say that.
And he just he stares for a moment. And he goes, "Oh, so you've seen the memes floating around the internet? Good for you." He is completely unflapped by you.
So
There is no flapping.
Otter as an historian in memes.
Otter, you're playing an elf, not a Malkavian, right?
I don't
Flying
get it.
Dryad.
Yeah, just asking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's pretty Malkavian to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Malkavian without actually having a Malkavian.
Yeah.
As a thing that he can play. So, completely unflapped, he leads you back. Is anyone else going with these guys?
I'll come along.
Okay, he's like, oh, you guys must be like a Jet Black fan group. Of course. That makes perfect sense.
I'm Prime
Oh,
Minister.
you caught us.
The guy is, again, guy's completely unflapped. Yes, of course that's what it is. You can also tell the guy's a little off his rocker and trying to compensate just a little too hard for being the janitor of a rundown music company. So he leads you back, and he's actually talking to you. And he's like, yes, Jet Black, here's where Jet Black sat. And he waits for the proper oohs and ahs.
Ooh.
And this is his favorite computer. They're using it now for other things, but it's a super old computer in F&R. You don't even think it's connected to the Matrix because you don't think it can be connected to the Matrix.
I stare at the computer intently.
The computer does not stare back because the computer is an inanimate object.
He wants the computer shekels.
Like years ago, Jack stood on this spot.
Yeah, and he goes, yes, it's so exciting, isn't it? And he whisks you off and he says, well, I mean, they're using the studio where he's in right now, but I can show you all of his papers.
So, what kind of roles do I have to make to covertly do psychometry?
You have to touch him, and then you have to roll and hope the guy can't sense.
Oh no, not on him, mind you.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, psychometry is already covert, unless somebody else is already psychic. They won't notice a damn thing.
Yeah, so essentially you covertly psychometry. You just don't have. You can't go around shouting about it. Is the thing.
Okay.
But then again, this guy would probably just think you're a crazy fan. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
She
What
is
would be the
crazy.
best? What would be the best
The
place?
guy's a sweetheart. He's got a whole backstory, but no one really cares about the backstory of the old janitor.
I
Aww.
say, tell me about yourself, janitor.
I'm not. I wasn't poking you. I'm just saying he
I
would.
want to know.
All right. Well, I've got 12 kids at home and a beautiful wife, and I've been working every day since I met her to give her a good home. Um, and I used to
Aww.
be back when Karen was in its heyday. I used to be the head of like about 100 janitors, and this was just one of the places I would work. And then stuff happened, and they lost the Jet Black CDs, and well, you guys know how it went. Karen Studios couldn't make it without Jet Black, so they had to sell out to Nirvana. Now I'm out of job, and I've got 43 grandkids to my life is just a series of birthdays,
You
and
think?
birthdays I can't buy anything for.
Wow.
Aw. Poor sad janitor.
I hug the janitor.
Janitor accepts the hug from the very
Give,
strange
Aw.
woman.
I give him.
Wait,
I'm just gonna give him some money.
Who said that?
hey Gary, why don't you give him some money?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got enough, Gary, you shekel master.
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
Okay, I've done a roll. I got 3 successes and two ones, unfortunately.
2 shekels.
So I'm going to try and do a psychometry for the studio.
Okay,
Or
you
the
you run your hands along the wall.
Oh my.
Okay. Oh shit. That didn't work out. Minus 10. 10. 10. Okay. There we go. I give him 10 million.
You give him 10 million. He's like, "Oh, thanks, man. You don't need to pay me for this. I loved Jet Black. He was like the best thing that ever happened to me. He's the reasons my kids could become wage mages. I mean, don't worry. I mean, I'll be fine. I just, the birthdays are difficult." He kind of rubs the back of his head. He seems like, "Oh, I didn't mean to make you want to give me money, but I'll take it."
Mm.
I loudly whisper to Rachel, can we adopt him?
No.
So,
If you adopt him, he's got to stay in your trash can, and I don't think he wants to live in a trash can.
Okay. Okay. So we. Uh. So I'm like. Okay. So I asked the guy. So do you think he might have hidden something on. Might have hidden some of his songs on his one of his old computers.
oh no, Karen was super protective. They only used like the 8-track of the old 8-track vid discs because they wanted to be sure that only they could produce it. It's really hard to find one of his original songs that aren't out on MP3. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Hmm. Huh.
Okay. I'm gonna make a roll.
So what do I see with my psychometry?
How many successes did you get?
I got 3 successes and two failures.
3 sucks. Okay.
Okay, well, at first not much since you're basically psychometring an entire building, but you keep at it and
Well, I'm
you
trying to go for the recording room specifically.
okay, so as you're passing outside the thing, um you see what you can only assume to be, Jet Black walking down the hall, and behind him are 4 other people, and one of them is this woman who you've never really seen before, but you recognize her as sort of a get up for a drummer. And she's talking to Jet Black. She's like, "Look, man, you can't retire. Um, what if you retire? We lose all our income." And she's just whining at him, and he goes, there's a reason I'm retiring. Tonight's our last recording. You best make it good. And she goes, but he goes, Delphia, I need you to understand I'm doing this for a reason. And then it fades out.
Wow. Is it would it be draining to continue to do different parts?
Well, you should be rolling drain if there is any.
The sensing doesn't do drain. It doesn't.
But
Oh, okay.
if it's, but no, you can basically.
The sensing isn't a proper psychic power. It's just you. It's just you activating your third eye, whatever, second sight in a controlled manner.
Yeah, so you're fine. You can do it.
As Quaid said, you are just open your mind.
God damn it. Open your mind.
Except you don't have a weird thing growing out of your belly.
I'm trying to think of what other place, because I'm trying to remember what I'd seen in the. Well, wait, we're in the records room. Wasn't that something that that might be helpful, actually?
Well, he's heading you towards the records room, and he gets you in there, and it's a whole bunch of papers, and goes, yeah, this is basically all the stuff I have on Jet Black and Karen Studios if you guys want to go rooting around in it.
Awesome.
I got to get back to work. The new bosses are a bit tough on me. Holler if you need anything.
Thank you. Where is the location of your safes?
Safes? Man, we don't keep money on premise anymore. Not since the area's gone downhill.
I look crestfallen at the ground and just say, okay.
Here, I heard he had like
Shekel, no checking. Shekel, no checking.
I heard he had like an underground recording lab or some sort. Is that just a rumor? Did he ever do any recordings in his basement or anything like that?
Nah, he always came through here, went to one of the bigger ones. Now, there is an old facility downstairs, but it's been wrecked. From what we understand, the fire that destroyed his last recording, yeah, that's what happened to it.
You think his last recording... Is the facility still... would it be physically safe to enter it?
Damn, I only got one success.
Would it be physically safe to enter it? Yeah, I mean, just don't go, like, stealing anything.
Sure.
Down the hall and down the stairs.
Sure.
And I just say, why would we steal anything? That'd be like destroying a piece of history.
I swear, these electronic dice are trying to kill me.
Good, they should.
All right, so you have one success?
I only have one success and I have one failure. Everything else is just complete crap.
Okay, so it's one sucks.
Actually, it's Rachel. It's more than
So, you go back, and it's the same woman, and you notice that she's an elf, and she has dreadlocks and a pierced eyebrow, and despite looking like an elf, she has tusks, and you realize kind of quickly that she's actually a tusk hag.
Oh.
And it's a bit weird, because that subculture popped up long after Jet Black. She's got to have been the first one. But she's lying back, and you see that she's just kind of not moving, but there's a little bit of drool and this look of absolute pleasure on her face.
Druggy.
And you see that in the side of her skull, there's this huge slot. And you recognize it as a hot sim back before they were illegal. And it's glowing.
So what exactly is a hot sim?
You would understand it as there are sim chips, and sim chips are like, they're basically simulations that you plug directly into your brain.
Basically, there's the normal matrix interface, which basically is just a heads-up display that pops up. Then you can go cold sim, which means you can kind of physically feel around and hear and see what's inside the matrix, and then you can hot sim, where your senses are completely sent into the matrix, and your physical body is, you're sensing everything from the matrix and nothing from your physical body. All of your
And
Holodeck with the safety turned off.
yeah, because it is damaging to your body if you get damaged in the matrix. So she seems to be just kind of lost. And in walks Jet Black, and he just sighs. And he waits, and she comes out of it, and he goes, Delph, I'm worried about you. You've been doing some major changes to your body, and that new sim, it's changing you. She just kind of narrows her eyes and sniffs, and she goes, You don't have to worry about me, Jet. I'll be fine. Just a little stressed from the news. He just kind of grunts, and he goes, Fine. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. And he walks out.
And that's all?
That's all. That's all you get for one success.
Damn. So I guess we go rooting around for paperwork and stuff.
I'm going to go poking around the laboratory ruins.
Okay. So to answer your question, you find that there are there's two names connected to Jet Black most heavily, because he went through a number of different backup guitarists, etc. But Delphia is one of the was his drummer, and after he disappeared, she became one of the heads of Karen Studios. The other, give me just a second. Is Maria. Maria is his. No, sorry, not Maria. Marley Bremerton. Marley Bremerton was actually a friend of his who worked in Karen Studios for another group called the Shadows. And she left Karen shortly after Jet Black did, and her reasons were simply cited as moral reasoning. So
She sounds like the one we want to follow.
Well, I would imagine that we want to check out Delphia as well, considering that
I
she
have a
became
feeling
the
she
head.
went downhill, and that's why the other one left.
Also, again,
Yeah, but also, I mean, how does one just suddenly go from being a backup drummer to being the head of a company? Big deal.
also we need to you need to come down to the lab and do a sensing on there, because you're definitely going to come up with something.
Okay, a lab.
So remind me who's in the building currently.
I'm in there.
I'm in there.
So we have Gary, we have
I'm in there.
What the hell? This time I got one success and one failure again.
Rachel, pause on the rolling. We haven't quite gotten to the place you can sense yet. So we'll put that one on hold, okay? So it's Andrew, it's Gary, it's John, it's Neff. Darth, you're still outside?
Yeah, I'm actually needing to climb the building.
So you're climbing the building?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go full camo and try to do it stealthily.
Okay, go ahead and Spider Elf does whatever Spider Elf does.
Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's an elf.
Look
Oh,
out!
here
Here
comes.
comes Spider Elf. Um, yeah, go ahead and do your climb rolls.
How many?
Let's give you 3.
Alright, the first one is 8.
Okay.
Next one is 12.
Mhm.
And the next one is 5.
You get up that building easily. You perch on top of it, and are you just staked as a lookout?
Yeah, I'm providing overwatch, but I'm looking through the scope of my Barrett.
Okay.
I'm also using the camouflage armor.
Okay. So nothing seems to be really going on. You see a couple of gangers moving about. I'll get back to you if you see anything. Okay?
Okay.
So the group of you go on downstairs, and as you do, you pass the glam orc rock band, and you notice that these are only orcs in the sense that they have tusks. They're very skinny, very slight, very made up orcs.
Fucking posers.
Yeah, and some of them you're not even sure the tusks are real. Like, it really does look like these are just elves who have tusks glued to their face. But you've never been one to judge. So anyway, you move past them, and one of them gives you a wave, like, oh, it's a group of fans. I've got to be nice to them. And then turns back to their playing, which, from the few chords you can hear, is super bad.
Oof.
Like, these guys, yeah, every single one of them is tone deaf.
Eesh.
This is in the lab. They're there.
What?
This is in the lab. These guys are there.
No, they're at the recording booth.
They're on the way to the lab.
Yeah.
Right.
So you head downstairs, and it's 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and then you're in the basement. And it's a long hallway with many doors coming off of it. And you can see that, as opposed to the building in front of you, this is a steel hallway with steel high-tech doors that close really tight and pneumatically lock. And there are like little signs above each of the doors that are like test chamber 1, test chamber 2, test chamber 3, but instead of saying test chamber, they say white noise room, or bass guitar storage, or any number of those.
All right. So I'm going to make a perception check visual.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Result is 6 hits.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Anything out of the ordinary.
Anything out of the ordinary. Well, um, there's a laboratory under a music location. That's pretty out of the ordinary, but you do notice that these aren't particularly rusted. If you'd figure if it went out of business a while ago, the doors would at least be somewhat damaged or at least worn. Especially if they've been having use. But
Right.
these look almost brand new. So, yeah. But the hallway looks dusty. You also notice that there is power to these doors, so they could be opened. conceivably, with the right password.
So it's enough time to collect dust, so it'd probably be like a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
Neff, open the doors.
Well, I mean, I can usually pick locks, but I mean, apparently this is an electronic lock.
Mm-hmm. So there's not really much you can do. I mean, you can try jamming your lockpicks into the crack between the doors, but
I don't want to fuck them up.
Also, again, let's not smash through this. We might destroy something.
So Nephenor? Bethel.
Nephenor.
I got a cat emergency. I gotta clean up.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
Okay.
For me.
So I'm going to pretend that Nephenor's character actually bends down and starts working. Is there anything you guys are going to do while Nephenor's character is working?
Turn on radar. Check.
Look around for
I would probably do
credit
something
sticks.
I would probably do a perception check.
You find a financier door.
Financier door?
Yes, I'm talking to the guy who was asking for cred stick. I'm talking to
a
Gary.
financier door.
Yeah, it says financial department, Karen Studios.
I decide to go inside.
Well, it's jammed. I mean, the door is pretty well jammed.
Can I try forcing it open?
You may.
What?
You may try.
Lock, or is it just a...
It's a pneumatically locked door, but if he wants to try throwing himself against it to open it, I mean...
If you're going to try... didn't you say they were made out of hardened metal and they were not rusted or anyway?
Yes, I did say that. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop him from trying to throw himself against the door.
Okay.
Well, I want to throw myself against the door.
Okay.
So, what's that?
That would be... it would be a spell.
Oh.
Or, not a spell, sorry, a skill. Give me a second.
That would be just a flat...
Yeah, I guess it would be a flat strength roll.
Alright. I have the number in parentheses, 16.
Roll 16 dice.
Alright. 16 die.
No. It's a flat strength roll, so you would take the number that's before the slash. Sorry.
Okay. 4 hits, 2 misses.
4 hits, 2 misses. So what you guys are patrolling around while Nephenor is working and being like, yeah, I'm being cool and awesome, and all of a sudden you hear thump, boing. And just to make sure you get all those all the damage you did to the door, the Cyclops gets up and boing.
Okay, I'm going to make a strength roll to restrain him before he can kill himself. Or get us killed.
But he does manage to bend the door just a little, and as you're restraining him, because I'm not even going to make you guys roll. I mean, the guy's run himself against a wall twice.
I have 11 strength.
Okay, you guys can roll, but as you're doing that, I need a perception roll from both of you.
Okay,
So roll to resist, I guess. Roll to resist the grapple, roll to initiate the grapple, and then give me the perception roll.
Strength again?
Yes.
Strength versus strength, alright.
Alright. 3 hits, 1 miss.
2 hits. So I failed to get a good grab on him.
Okay, so you guys are wrestling around, but go ahead and in between the two trolls and their wrestling, could somebody roll me a perception?
Alright, I'll roll perception. Do I take a penalty because I'm distracted? Visual perception?
Yeah, you should take a penalty because you're distracted this fine day.
-2 penalty, and I still get 3 hits.
Oh, good. So, what about you, Gary?
Looking. Where is perception here? What? Where would I find perception? In the chummer.
I'm sorry. I know it's not actually called perception. It's called visual perception. Give me a sec. Or visible. Hold on. It's called visible perception, I think, or visible spot or something. What is it?
Visual.
Visual. Just visual? Huh, for some reason we have... Where do you find that?
It's under skills. It's perception, and visual perception is a specialty.
Oh, okay. So it is perception. It's under skills. Yeah.
Okay.
It's an int based, and then you can have a visual perception specialty.
All right. So we'll go for perception.
Mm-hmm.
I got four hits.
3 die. 0 hits and 1 fail.
He's keeping you from your shekels. Rah!
Mine! I must have them.
Okay,
You are so wrapped up in not having your shekels that you take a -1 to anything but getting shekels until I say otherwise.
All right. So what did I notice?
You notice that as you're wrestling him down, something moves past the kind of open dent that he's made. It's white and sleek.
Okay, I did a perception check also.
Really? I point that out. Brilliant job, Gary, in getting the entire building to notice. When if you'd waited until Neff had disarmed the doors, we could have just walked right in.
But
I'm
there
face
is
palming
money in there. Creds.
I'm face palming massively, and I am seriously considering just like whacking him with the dildo that I still have.
You could
dildo.
you
fact
could
that you're
definitely hit him with the dildo. I mean, I'm not going to tell you you can't, but
I still want to roll a check to see if I would even notice that.
what, getting hit with a dildo?
I'm obsessed with shekels. You said it yourself.
Shekels madness.
All right. I just I just let Gary go and figure out. If he wants to fight whatever's in the financier's office, he can.
But I did roll perception check, and I got all hits, so I got 4 hits.
You got 4 hits? Yeah, something moved in there, and now you hear a scuttling on the wall and up into the ceiling.
Okay.
Guys,
Well, here's where my
something up there.
here's where my radar comes in handy.
Yes, as soon as you let him go, something scuttles onto your radar.
What is it?
Well, it's roughly the size of a human, but it's moving like a lizard, and it pauses above you and kind of just hunches down.
All right.
And you're not sure any more than that.
Okay, so it's
just chilling out up there.
It's directly above you, and the stance it is in indicates that it's waiting for something.
Does it have any large objects with it?
What's your shekels?
No, it's got no objects with it. That's a relief, I guess.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna draw out my my
All
big double-ended dildo.
All right.
Do another perception check, all of you.
Okay. Shit.
Visual perception.
No, hearing perception. You're listening to this one.
I got all 3s and 4s.
I have 1 hit and no misses. I'm assuming instead of I only rolled 2 die because of the stat penalty.
Holy shit! 6 hits.
Yep.
6 hits.
You hear something drip and then a sizzle.
Okay, I look over at Ragnar. What did you do? What did you find? Ragnar?
I think he
Ragnar!
sounds like he's peeing on something.
I'm shaking him. It's like,
Okay.
Slow.
It's dripping. It's dripping something. There's a drip coming from somewhere.
And a
Okay.
sizzling sound like something is being eaten away by, like, you're not even sure.
Okay, I think whatever it is I mean, he's hearing bubbling acid.
maybe we should get the fuck out of here.
Nah, whatever.
One more hearing perception check, all of you.
All right, I take a few steps back away from where underneath the creature, so I'm not right under it.
You know what? I'm gonna stand behind Ragnar.
And-
One hit and one glitch.
Okay. Besides the perception roll, what else goes in a hearing perception?
Three hits.
What else goes into hearing perception?
Because I have perception, but not specifically hearing.
Hearing perception would be a specialty. Like,
Okay, so I just have regular perception.
you just have regular perception. Yes.
All right, so I have three hits.
You have 3 hits?
I gotta fail.
I got 3 4s and a 2.
I gotta fail, not a crit fail.
1 hit, 1 miss.
Okay. So, who got at least 1 success?
I got 3 hits, and Gary got one.
I think we all got at least 1 success.
No,
Okay.
I only got.
Nephenor did not.
I gotta fail.
I only got 4s and a 2.
Oh, well then I got at least 1 success. Also
Okay.
one fail.
John got 1. Gary got 1.
I got 3. Okay.
Yeah, at least 1.
Okay. So what do we hear?
So what everyone who got 1 at least hears is a low-pitched whine, like almost like a puppy and a child who hasn't gotten his Christmas present.
Or like a certain Jew we know who hasn't gotten his shekels.
No, this is specifically a child's whine mixed with a puppy.
Okay.
And a harsh, raspy hiss, like it's coming out over vocal cords that aren't quite mammalian, but
Does
it's still that whine.
Okay, I think whatever it is, it's scared of us.
Can I try
Well,
finding
no,
whatever
wait
it
a minute,
is?
wait a minute. For John,
Huh.
who got 3, you hear that whine, and then you hear a chorus of whines behind you and in front of you, and you realize it's a trap.
Can I try finding one of these things, assuming that it spits acid, and try to point it at the door to burn the door down?
No.
You
Door down.
can, if you find the thing, grab it and attempt to burn the door down.
They haven't even really shown their faces yet. Currently, they're still hiding from us.
Well, I imagine that will not be a permanent situation.
Yes, they're not going to be hiding from us forever. But right now, they're still keeping their distance for now.
Indeed.
And actually getting to one would require chopping up bits of a building, which is just plain stupid.
If they're nearby, then wouldn't they just not have a building in front of them?
No, because we could collapse the building on top of ourselves.
While you're arguing this, Kai,
Yes, dear.
you are sitting on top of the building, and I assume you're kind of patrolling around the edge rather than just sitting in one
No,
space.
actually, I'm readily perched on the building, trying to with the gun out and drawn and whatnot.
Right, but are you actually looking around, or are you staring at one fixed spot?
I'm kind of panning with my scope.
Okay. So you hear a truck, a really sputtery truck, coming down the road and pulling into the back alley behind the music area.
Okay.
And it's an unmarked van. And it pulls around the back, and there's a couple of gruff voices, and a door opens, and then someone just disappears into the building you're in through a back door.
Okay. Were they talking?
They were. If you can do me a hearing perception test of any kind, go for it.
8.
8.
Yes.
All right. Why do we still have to take care of these things? It's not like it's our fault. It doesn't matter. The boss wants them to be wiped out. Yeah, but they give me the creeps. Well, yes, of course, that's what they're meant to do. Look, just because we work for the Azzies doesn't mean you have to love them. Just do your job, okay? Yeah, whatever.
Okay, he said, why do we have to take care of these things? They give us the creeps.
They give me the creeps.
Me the creeps.
And it's not our fault that they're here.
Okay, what species are these guys?
They appear to be elven.
Okay. Okay. Is he within range of? Are you within range of our? Can we still communicate with you?
You can still communicate with each other, yes.
All right. So I tell him I tell everyone we're surrounded by a bunch of weird things. Let's not initiate hostilities here. But get your weapons ready because there's a bunch of of reptilians who have some kind of acid, and they may or may not be hostile, or they seem to be fairly territorial. So we might need to back off quickly.
Okay.
That might be a decent idea to get out of there.
Well, again, we need to start with the Aztec. We need to get all the information from it.
Get out of there first.
Yeah, but we need to capture the Aztec guys.
You don't even know they're here.
Yeah,
Okay.
he hasn't told you.
All right.
So.
Okay, so I'm going to tell Ragnar that they may have company soon.
Oh shit. Okay. So we have a bunch of armed Azzies moving into the building. Okay. We need to.
Hey, John.
We need to kill the Azzies. We need to get them stop them from figuring out what's going on, and we can capture them if possible.
Hey, John.
Sorry.
John.
Hmm?
Do me a hearing roll.
4 hits.
So as you're talking and you're trying to plan and you're figuring out what's going on, something drops on your shoulder, and before you can even move, it whispers in your ear, "Are you my mommy?" And you feel clickety little, like, spike talon claws in your neck.
Oh.
Okay, I look up and I'm like.
Are you wanting me to describe?
Yes, your mommy. Yes, Yes, describe.
All right. Well, it's roughly the size of a small infant child. It's elongated like a reptile, and it's pink. It's human flesh colored, but it's got scales. And at first you think it's got, its mouth is too wide, but when it turns to you, the wide mouth is superimposed with a pair of big blue eyes and a spat of blonde hair. It's like a baby's face imposed on a reptile's body.
Ew.
That's pretty horrifying. On the other hand, it hasn't actually attacked me yet, so
It's got its tail wrapped around Ragnar's neck, and it's almost possessively holding onto his neck.
in a hostile way or in a it's clinging to me way.
Like it's clinging to you.
Here it's mommy.
During all this, can I rappel down to take a look through the truck?
You absolutely can.
Okay, so let's do a perception check to roll to check through the truck. See what we find.
So whatever these baby reptile things are, they're not hostile yet, even though they're creepy as fuck. Let's keep them not hostile. All right. So now.
Here it's mommy.
Yes. Okay. Whatever. Okay. So I tell everyone. Okay. As if there are Azzies incoming, we need to set up an ambush.
Okay, so you're looking through the truck, and there's a lot of restraining devices and darts that you would recognize would be filled with either poison or some kind of knockout, and rifles specially designed to do it. So this looks like these people are trying to capture whatever they're going after.
I want to take all of their tranquilizer darts.
Okay, you find about 40 tranquilizer darts of various sizes and riflings and etc.
And I want to take one of their weapons too.
Okay. So you take the weapons. As you're going through, though, you notice something shivering in the corner.
Okay, use thermographic vision to identify it.
It's alive. It's roughly the size of a rat.
The size of a rat?
Yeah, it's about the size of a rat. A very big rat, but a rat nonetheless.
Okay. Hello, little rat-looking thing.
It kind of stands up on its paws, and for a second you kind of look at it, and it's a pretty big rat. And then you realize it's got a human face.
It's got a human face?
It's got a human face. A scared, terrified, tattooed up Native American man's face.
Is its face dripping acid?
No, its face is not dripping acid.
So, damn it.
So it's a step above what you guys have currently.
What were you smoking when you wrote this occasion?
Hey, it's creepy.
I'm going to shove those trank darts inside the gun that I just picked up and shoot the damn thing.
I thought we were playing.
It doesn't even move. It just looks at you like, kill me. Kill me, please.
I thought we were playing Shadowrun, not Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, darling, you think that my creepy sense of creepiness is withheld by game? You're so cute.
Okay, let's go ahead and put this thing out of its misery.
Okay, what do you do? Step on its neck, shoot it with a bullet? How you want to go about this?
Let's just shoot the damn thing with a silence pistol.
It pretty much explodes and just twitches a little.
Aww.
You see that its bones are actually covered in metal.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Wolverine!
Please You guys have just got a serious pest problem.
Let's not go around blowing up stuff.
So, can I look through the front of the truck to like look through the glove box and shit?
Yeah, sure.
Six for perception.
There's a stuffer burger that's been in there way too long, and some, orders to go out to X place and capture Y, subject, and it's always subject 23947 or 23PQX, or there's no specifics, but it's an order to go capture and retrieve and bring to Aztec headquarters. Yeah, it's basically it's a capture order.
Yay! Fold them up and put them in pocket.
Okay.
Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
The stuffer burger, did it ask to be killed too?
No, the stuffer burger is just very moldy. It has yet to gain sentience.
Okay, just had to check.
That we know of.
Question. Does the truck have an animal's face?
No. No.
Does the truck say kill
out of its misery?
Are there any fleshy parts on the truck that could not be?
Actually, he has yet to study the internal parts of the truck, but as far as he can tell, no. There is no...
The truck meat within. Just if you pull back the metal, you'll find the fleshy fun meat within.
Alright, so I have this weird ass reptile with a baby face wrapped around my neck.
Yes, you do.
And he loves you.
And as the child is, I will call it the child, as the child is kind of nuzzling you, you hear a shift and a grate pop out from the top. And twisting down from the ceiling in like a serpentine way is what you can only describe as a woman snake thing. And it drops down and it sits in front of you and it hisses. And for a second you can't understand anything, but then you realize it's talking. It's using human speech.
My mouth hangs open.
What the fuck did I eat this? Did I drink this morning? Okay, Ragnar kind of puts down the axe. Kind of puts it to his side.
What's the matter? Never seen a child before?
Well, no, we haven't. And aren't you lovely?
Okay, quiet, everyone. Are there any creds behind that door?
Oh
No.
Shut the fuck up, Gary.
There are no creds here, but I will tell you that there are some intruders.
Yes.
Yes, us.
Could you help us? There are as technology. Could you help us deal with them?
No.
I
They
suggest they're trying to hurt you.
Question.
I want to hear what she's saying.
Don't make fun.
Question, Darster.
How far am I behind these two guys?
Maybe 10, 15 feet. They've left the door open. You could probably follow on in behind them.
Let's follow.
All right. I'll be with you in just a second, okay? The
Just two shakes of a baby.
No.
the snake woman kind of chuckles. We would no more help you against the Aztecs than you would help us against our own mortal enemies. Sorry, I won't interfere with you being here, but I can't promise any help. We must hide or they'd capture all of us.
So they try to capture you, but they're not your enemies?
No, just our keepers.
Okay, now did I?
Want to be free?
Free to do what? Look at my form. 250 years like this. Do you think I've tried? I've not tried to escape. Nearly got gutted. No, I don't wish to be free.
Wait, hold on a second. How long? Wait. How long has this facility been here?
250 years.
Oh, excuse me.
Anyone want to do a Google search on when the actual building was built?
No.
Also, it's that. Wait, that's way beyond. Again, wasn't that when 250 years ago? That's when magic was. Was magic even? Really a thing then?
Magic was just emerging. It was the first. It was the first instances of the Uggs. So this is weird. This is before the dragons.
Am I to get this right that you guys are basically inside Event Horizon and you want Nefnor to do a Google search?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my thought exactly. What the fuck are they on?
Well, I mean, I don't have any fucking mechanical, like major mechanical knowledge. You have all of the goddamn mechanical knowledge. You have all the cybernetics and shit.
I don't
My
have
friend.
What the fuck are you on?
You know what I mean? You're a fucking techno mage, whatever, majig.
What could
Okay.
possibly go wrong?
Do the thing, Neff. Do the thing.
Okay, while you guys are arguing over what you can do, and do it in the comments. All right, so they kind of slip in the back door. You follow them through, and it's dark, but they're holding a lantern enough that you can follow quickly behind them. Do a stealth roll for me. Give it a +2 because you're actually in the pitch blackness.
Actually, I wanted to ask the creature thing a little bit more questions, but is that too late?
No, I'll get back to you. I just want to get Darth to a certain place.
Okay.
Roll 9.
You're rolling 9?
Yeah, it was 9. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're not going to catch sight of you. So, as they slip through the tunnels, they seem to know where they're going. And they're talking, and they're just like, I really wish they get this creepy menagerie just all moved over at once. I really don't like having to come in here more than once. If they catch on to anything, they're going to start trapping us. Oh, stop whining. Most of them are so far gone that they can't even think like humans anymore. Well, it doesn't matter. The younger elf, clearly the newer person on the job, and the smarter one, shifts his shoulders. I mean, you never know what's in the darkness. What if they start, using the technology left behind? You're overestimating them. Just stop. Is all that the man says, though he sounds a little nervous. And no sooner does he say that than something large drops from the wall and slams into both of them. And you hear the sickening crunch of bone.
God damn it.
God damn it! We're trying to keep them alive.
I said sickening crunch of bone. I didn't say they were dead.
Okay.
And you see that they're slumped, and their arms are one of the ones has an arm bent at a strange angle, and then the other one seems to be kind of like his leg is bent the wrong way.
Okay. What is the big thing that has crushed them doing?
Dangling there, it appears to be a steel beam.
Does it melt?
That, that fuel melted.
What did everyone say?
It's
melted.
melted.
Because it's steel beams, was it melted by dank memes?
Well, we know it isn't jet fuel.
We know it isn't acid
Black.
rain.
He didn't do it.
Well, we know it's not acid rain, even though, I mean, the acid might be melt steel beams.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, I guess we're just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to just go ahead and put them in binders because they're incapacitated.
All right.
Sorry. One of them actually critically failed on the watch out for things that can harm me territory.
And now he's a corpse?
No, he's not dead, but he triggered one of the traps the second he was mentioning it. So,
All right. So So Darkstar, you gonna bind them or?
I'm binding them and dragging them back out to the truck.
All right. Are you telling the rest of us?
Yeah, just got 2 guys. So you guys do whatever you're gonna do. Also mentioned they also mentioned something about technology left behind.
Yeah. All right. I talked to the Naga and say, well, you could always. I have a place. You could always move into the maze.
the maze.
Safe. The keepers will not be able to reach you there.
Why would I want to?
Well, you say you have mortal enemies. You say you have mortal enemies, but you say you're also pretty much kept here. What enemies could you possibly have that are still here?
She laughs. They aren't here. They're the raiders who come in. The ones who used to be here. The ones who were born here. This is my territory now.
The ones who were raised in it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, look around you. It's a laboratory. Do you honestly think that all of us are naturally twisted by magic? She looks over. Not one of you a human. Do you think that the only things that you could develop into naturally are those?
Never gave it to my thought.
Wait, what did you just say? Did you say not one of you is human?
Not one of you is human.
In other words, what she's saying is she's a magical creation, just not like us.
No, she's saying
She's a Naga.
she's a Naga, which is a very rare form of what you guys have, essentially.
Actually, Naga is actually the other way around. It's when a snake turns into, I think.
Yeah, it's a snake that has developed human features.
Ew.
I had a feeling
Yeah.
she was a Naga.
Yeah. So, okay. So, anyways,
But I wasn't. But I'm just, not gonna argue it with her.
Now,
Right now would not be a good time to start hitting on the Naga.
these raiders, do they come by often?
Pretty regularly.
Do they carry credit sticks on them?
Oh my goodness.
Be looking for it.
She
I whack.
She stares long and hard at you.
She's looking long and hard.
I punched Gary in the side.
They have creds. I will assume they have creds that are not in our possession. Therefore, they are our enemies as well.
I'm gonna say that I punch him again in the stomach.
Okay, go ahead and roll for those.
I don't know how. Okay.
what did you just do, Gary?
Wait, I'm trying to find out what unarmed combat. Hold on.
While you do that, I'm going to switch back over to to.
Well, what do I roll to resist the punches?
You roll soak.
Soak. Okay.
Soak, not soap.
I'm trying to find unarmed combat.
So, you've tied them up, and you know that your friends are roughly in the direction they were heading.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do from here?
Well, I guess let's go find the friends.
So,
Rachel will have a good way of questioning them.
Yeah, I would.
You can threaten them to use the dildo on them.
Oh no.
Well, all I'm seeing here is melee combat.
Let's
Combat?
All
let-
I'm seeing is all I'm
That's a
seeing.
good name for your dildo, combat.
God
Yeah.
damn it. I'm saying all I'm seeing is melee combat, and it's telling me to select a weapon. Never mind, forget it. I won't punch Gary.
just orgasm him. Use orgasm on him.
yeah, like
Lord.
mid talking about Cred 6, he just goes, ugh!
That actually makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Actually, unarmed combat is probably different from spells. So I've got like a 7 in unarmed combat. I guess.
Where do I find soak?
Give me a second. See ballistic armor and impact armor. And then damage resistance pool on your condition monitor, which should be to the side of your chummer.
Taking a look.
Alright, so while you're looking, you head back in, and it's pretty much a straight shot. There's a few left turns, but clearly this is just one end of a hall with a series of like mini wings going off to the side. And as you're moving by, you see a pretty big door that says experimental elven eugenics.
Oh.
Okay, let's go in the door. Actually,
Okay.
let's just open the door and then do a perception check.
Okay.
Open the pod bay door, Hal.
You wave your hand in front of the door, and access denied, Elvin.
Do what?
It beeps at you in perfectly understandable, non-worn down electronical voice. Access denied, Elvin.
Okay, let's try to hack this door.
Okay, roll to hack.
Apparently the door is racist.
The door was meant to keep elves in. Why is the door going to let an elf in to a place that's meant to keep elves in?
Actually, fuck that. Fuck
To
that
increase
door.
its collection of elves?
Fuck this door. We're using a little block of C4 on it.
Okay. The C4 that destroyed an entire condominium?
No, it's a much smaller block of C4.
Okay, just making sure. So,
Okay, so 9.
9. Okay. You back off, and you set off the explosion, and it... Boom! The door pops open. All of you, as you're talking to the Naga lady, hear... Boom! And just the slither of things moving away, and the Naga lady lifts up and she rears back, and a head just kind of spits out of her back. A hood, rather. A hood. Like a cobra. I'm sorry. The raiders, they come. And with that, she disappears up back into the ventilation shaft.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh boy. Is the creepy ass child thing still wrapped around my neck?
Yeah, it's actually burrowed into your chameleon suit and is currently just kind of, it's like a cat down the front of your shirt.
Damn it.
So I'm pretty sure that's gotta be pretty unsettling.
Okay.
Let me tell you, he'd be losing something in a changeling game, that's for sure.
Okay, can I
Oh, Ragnar, it looks like you made a friend.
can I pick it up and put it in my backpack?
You absolutely can. The little creature thing struggles a little, but then sees it's you and just kind of goes, and just kind of relaxes.
All right. I pet it. I pet the scary ass little thing and put it in my backpack.
It coos and cuddles against you like a cat.
Give it a chew toy.
Wait, we should name it.
Is naming it going to make it any less creepy?
Name
No.
it Boo.
I'm saying, why don't we just name it Fluffy?
Name it Bimbleboo.
Snuggle.
Chuckles.
Oh.
While you guys argue in the chat over what we're going to name the poor thing,
Name it Snuggles.
Snuggles.
the dust clears and the door settles down. The door settles down, and you look into a laboratory which is very sterile, and there's huge tubes on either side. But unlike the rest of the hallway, which seems to have been, taken care of, this place is a mess. It's like a bomb has gone off. There is glass on the floor, and there is green dripping goo everywhere, and it's dried in some places, and they're just twisted figures lying on the floor everywhere.
Jesus.
And they're dried out, they're mummified essentially. So what do you do?
Perception check, I suppose.
Roll your perception.
Grab your balls and run like hell.
I know, maybe we can name it Jorge.
Jorge?
Like George.
I already called it Snuggles the Eldritch Abomination.
Okay.
That's a good name. I like that.
6.
1-6?
No, I've got 6 hits.
Oh, you've got 6 hits? Yeah, there's nothing living in this area. It's just, just a whole bunch of death and destruction. Nothing's been in here for a good long time.
Oh, my poor elven nose.
Yep. Your poor elven nose is smelling rot and dust and mildew and the sulfuric slime and just... you don't even know.
Okay, and the gratuitous amount of death, is there anything else that's noticeable? Filing cabinets, anything that seems to be of use, computer terminals?
There is a large, still connected, still working computer terminal in the very back of the room, with what appears to be a headless corpse sitting at it.
Okay, let's go check for ID on this headless corpse.
Okay, you go, and it's an ID from about 50-odd years ago. No. Hold on. about 5 years ago, give or take. It's a Mr. Samson Bolt. And Mr. Bolt worked for the Aztec Corporation in research and development. He's a rather handsome-looking gentleman, from what you can tell.
How can I tell that his head's missing?
There's a picture. There's a picture on his ID.
Okay.
There is a picture on his ID.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Anything
he
else
was
of
a
interest
handsome
on
fella.
his person?
What?
Anything else of interest on his person?
On his person, there's a notepad with a bunch of passwords on it.
Yeah, let's take that. That seems really handy.
It does, doesn't it? The passwords are all Maria 1, Maria 2, Maria 3. Maria, why won't you love me?
I'm going to casually kick his corpse to the side and sit in the chair.
The corpse casually is kicked aside and slumps in the coolest and most cool bro of positions.
Okay.
Good.
Let's activate.
Cool, bro.
Even
Yeah.
Jackie's cool.
Well, I mean, he was casually kicked aside. What are you doing?
Let's activate this terminal.
All right, so clickety click 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 as technology. Until the Aztec logo comes on, and lo and behold, you sign in as his name and his ID, and you can get onto a very antiquated version of the Aztec servers.
Oh, so like Windows 1?
Yeah, like Windows 1 version of the Aztec servers.
Internet Explorer 5?
Yes.
I think it was Windows 3.1.
You can still kind of use DOS in this, or the equivalent therein.
Windows 3.1 it is.
Okay. So let's click Start.
There's no start menu. They took that away.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
DIR.
All right, what do I see? Just the Aztec screen? That's it?
Yeah, you see a bunch of files like Experiment 2.1, and then I know I haven't written this down and I should have, but what is Kai's last name?
Hold on. Actually, Kai is his last name.
Oh. I could have sworn Kai was his first name. Whoa.
Actually, his name is Kwaijan Takmahelios Kai.
So Kwaijan it is.
Okay.
So Kwaijan, so Kai is, there's an entire file by the name of Kai.
Okay, let's open it.
Well, it's a whole lot of day one, insert, X amount of chemicals in Y. Subject showed intense physical pain. Subject knocked self out, type things.
Okay. Before we go further onto this, I'm going to need to download these files to secondary storage.
You don't know how you're supposed to do that, unless you want to do a roll for it, because there is no visible place for you to insert any disks, any stick into anything. Like, the computers have those specifically blocked off.
Unblock
Okay,
them.
let's roll.
Let's roll.
Maybe we should get Neff to help. Just saying.
All right, so you guys are moving down the hallway, and you see a door that's been blown off off its hinges, and a light spilling out from the room. Do you guys go into the room?
Am I still grappling or no?
No, you're not grappled.
All right, fine. Let's just continue reading.
Yeah, I'll continue in. I'll look inside.
Well, what did you get on the roll?
I couldn't find stuff, so I'll just say she won whatever it was. I didn't find a stat. I have no idea.
It doesn't matter. Rachel pulled the soak off anyway. She didn't even punch you. She was just making a joke.
Yeah, it's more of a joke, kind of like.
And for future reference, when you go to condition modifier, it's damage resistance pool.
Gotcha.
It's
Okay.
armor plus your body.
Yeah. So, what did you roll, Kai?
What did you want me to roll for?
Computers?
Okay.
All right. So you guys, are you going into the room?
Yeah, I suppose.
Roll 8.
You rolled an 8. So Kai, you take a couple of minutes and you study it, and yeah, if you pull off the front panel and forcibly stick your data stick in there, you might be able to get all the information off that you need.
Oh,
Forcibly.
oh yeah.
Okay, so let's use a combat knife and just beat the shit out of this old ass HP.
Okay, so you guys come in to see Kai going boom, boom, boom on the top of a computer, and up on the screen is Kai in big letters and just like gods of data.
I look over at Nefnor's character, like, dude, I think you need some tech support.
Yeah, I figured this shit out.
Bump, 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 clunk. The front of the computer falls off.
I look at the computer he's working on. I look back at Rachel. I look at Kai. I look at Rachel again. And I go, I think for this tech, he's actually doing the right thing.
Front of the computer falls off, and with it the two little plugs, and so you can basically push it into the drive where it needs to be from here.
Okay, let's download.
Okay, so it takes about 2 minutes, but you download everything, and you can close out of that, and you notice that there is a access internal Aztec Ethernet.
Yeah, let's do
it. So Mr. Hacker, you watch the. I'm sorry, I don't think he's a street samurai. I think he's a sniper. You watch the sniper sit up, stuff downloads, and then he just clicks on something. He starts typing into the computer, and you notice that the Aztec Ethernet just pops up.
I don't think I like this.
I can see nothing but good things happening.
Of course, you can only see good things
What
happening.
could possibly go wrong?
I don't know. What could possibly go wrong?
Like, maybe they have bank account information in there, that bank that's been accruing interest for several hundred years?
Maybe the shit that they've been creating is now coming for us.
Wait, you said Ethernet. Is this a local network or is it an actual wide area network?
You're hacking into the computers at the Aztec Technologies headquarters.
So it's a wide area network.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
It calls itself Ethernet where I work at. I don't know why, because I know that's not the correct wording, but there you go.
Well, no, Ethernet is
That's the name of the cable.
Oh,
the connection type.
okay. It's a wide area net. You can. This is you hacking into a terminal somewhere in the As Technology banks, in the actual As Technology.
Okay, so I'm going to turn around to the group and say, I think we got about 5 minutes.
To what? To make tea? To
Engage the
Do what it
GTFO
is that
drive.
you feel like you need to do while I hack this thing. Well, not so much
Well,
that.
you guys are surrounded by twisted, caved-in bodies that have obviously died in agony. What are you going to do?
I'm thinking we just get the information and get the fuck out of here.
All right. Okay. 5 hits.
I'm actually quite afraid to do psychometry on this area.
I got 7 hits.
Wait, didn't you already roll your psychometry?
Earlier, yeah, I did.
How many did you get?
I don't remember exactly because I did a different roll for the possible
Well,
I might have to do.
Reroll that psychometry.
7 hits visual perception.
Fine, I will. Okay.
7 hits visual perception. 5 hits auditory. What do I see?
That was a different
Say that again?
7 hits visual perception. 5 hits auditory. What do I see? Searching the lab.
You see that there isn't much to scrounge, but there's a vial tucked away behind one of the desks that's glowing this kind of sickly green.
I think. Okay, I take it and put it and pocket it very carefully.
Okay, so I got 2 successes, 2 fails.
Okay, well that tells me what I'm going to do with you. You put your hand down in the goo by accident. Like you're walking along and you're trying not to touch something, but you slip and you catch yourself on a table and your hand goes in the goo. And immediately you're transported to just this feeling of drowning, but you're not really drowning because you can breathe, but just this intense pressure all over your body. And these people outside, distorted by the thing, and you're pounding on the glass. You need to get out. You need to get out. And then this intense pain flows through your body, and you wake up.
Guys, this place gives me the creeps. I think we need to get the fuck out of here.
There are 2 perfectly good security guards that you can go watch. Not security guards, but folks out there that need watching.
Yeah, they're okay. Okay, we also should probably take some of the bodies for analysis.
Why?
For analysis purposes, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, gee, who doesn't want any mummy jerky? I mean,
I've just got this one thing to say. It's riding in your van.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay, I take some of the bodies out, put them in my van.
God damn it, Ragnar. and meanwhile, you've got the tiny.
So Ragnar,
in your suit.
It's hidden. It's tucked away safely. So
Purring against your body.
He likes the purring.
Actually, when he holds it close, the little thing kind of pops its head out and sees it and nibbles on one of the bodies and then goes back in.
Okay. See, pet treats.
You don't even know what it eats, and you want to bring back home a pet.
Yeah, I think he needs to stop looking for strays.
Well, Ragnar, regardless, is going out to the van.
I bring with the bodies of the laboratory victims.
So, what are you looking for on the Ethernet? Or what are you looking for in the banks of the of As Technology?
Let's look for the contact for Nirvana.
Okay. You know that the contact for Nirvana is called It's called Waverly Terracin, I believe. His name is Waverly Terracin, and he is actually a former Yakuza who Yakuza, sorry, who went legit. So you know that's not actually his real name. And so you look for him, and there's no mention of him, but there is a mention of a Japanese male prisoner who was taken about a week and a half ago.
Okay, we should probably figure out where the other Aztec facilities are.
Okay, time elapsed so far?
Time elapsed is about a week and a half since he would.
No.
He would.
Time
Oh.
into the Ethernets now.
Oh, a minute. Doesn't take long.
Okay.
All right, how many bodies do I have?
You can carry 2 bodies.
All right, I take 2.
All right.
Okay, so let's see about any of the other installations for Aztec.
Okay, go ahead and roll a hack on the fly roll. Because this isn't set up to find that sort of thing.
4.
4. Okay. There's a couple of other Az technologies. There's one in the Barrens, and there's one in Glow City, and then there's one in the main Az technology building for the capital, which is in the Uptown district.
Okay, and these are Aztec labs, right?
These are Aztec labs. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to mark them. I'm not going to inform everybody over the comlink thing. And the last thing I'm going to try to find is location of my family.
Last known location for your family was on its way to the main Aztec headquarters. Or at least what you believe to be your family, as the experiments Chi 1 and 2, and that is what it becomes known, do in fact, sorry, are in fact en route as of about a year ago. So they could be anywhere now, but they haven't really moved according to the paperwork.
Okay, that's about all we have time for. Let's log out and go.
Yep. As you log out, you go, you haul butt to your vans. The various vans drive away. You guys see officers with these hyena dogs just kind of strolling casually towards Karen Studios.
Can we identify them at...
What?
Can we identify them easily or no?
Yeah, you can easily identify them as Aztec officers.
Oh. Are there? How many of them are there?
There's about 6 of them.
Okay. We should probably...
Vehicles, right, and driving by them.
Do you think we should kill them, or...?
I think we should probably let them go because they probably don't know shit anyway.
Yeah, true. If we shot them now, it would just bring them further. It would just bring undue attention. All right.
I love how that's your main concern. Anyway.
We really need to find a place to look at these files more in depth.
Yes, you do.
It's as technology grunts. You don't really feel bad for killing them.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Okay. So, I offer to give the bodies to what the hell is that guy's name?
Archon?
Yes. So he can send them. So he can send them over to the Ares lab first, so they can figure out what.
Archon says, "Sure, give me one of them, but I don't need two."
Well, I guess we
Don't
now
you want
have
the
some.
complete set?
All right.
Yes, I mean clearly Ragnar is making a thing out of actively collecting every body you come across.
Yeah, I mean he's not a serial killer at all.
Well, I've taken 5 dead bodies so far. So
And how many have the rest of us taken total?
None. I mean, a hand doesn't really count.
Well, we were just trying to give the guy a hand.
Oh, God.
He was
That
giving
was
us a
bad.
hand. He was giving us a hand.
That's true too.
So
We
anyway,
on the situation.
oh, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to literally rock fall if you make one more pun.
why? He's just being handy.
Okay, that's it. Rock falls. I'm done.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
What? Are you trying to make us stoned or something?
Please
Fuck you. Okay.
This all for this bullshit.
I'm not actually going to do that. I'm just, yeah. Anyway, we're done with the puns for the moment.
We are.
Yeah. Let's stop punishing her.
They're not punny.
Oh, come
my
on.
You God.
Guys, really, this is the thing we're going to do.
This is fun.
All right. So anyway, you drive and go ahead and do me, Kai.
Is he your type?
Oh my goodness.
Prepare for your
Okay.
punishment.
You'll kill us all.
That was I'm pointing out that she didn't complete the sentence.
That's because I'm trying to figure out what he should do for me.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Do it for me.
Oh gosh. I know there's something in here. Data search, perhaps? Yes. Please do a data search roll for me to go through the information more in depth. That would be Kai. So everyone's driving back to Kai's place. Or,
7.
wait, no, sorry. Kai's place is destroyed. Back to Ragnar's place. 7?
7.
Okay.
So I'm looking over. I'm still staring at the bulge and in Ragnar's outfit, where it's just a purring creature inside it.
Purring creature has actually decided to watch the world and is kind of peeking out over Ragnar's vest.
It
had a child's head, didn't it?
Yes.
I put it in my back.
That's unsettling.
I put it in my backpack. So yes, you have this little reptilian child's head sticking out of a backpack.
It's actually kind of cute.
It is. It's flippin' adorable.
I'm like, and I inch my hand forward to see if I can try to pet it.
It watches you, but it lets you put its hand on your head, your hand on its head.
You should probably keep that thing away from Kai.
So
yes,
That could be
so
for all you know.
I'm petting it. I'm kind of doing a little thing where you just kind of scratch it around the neck.
mhm. It's happy as a clam. It's like, "Oh, I'm being petted. Petting is nice. I don't mind that at all. Nice petting."
Maybe we should get some more human jerky. I think it liked that.
So
Good thing you brought the second body then.
Yeah.
So Kai, you get a lot of information that you don't quite understand. It's It's really long, complex information. But what you do understand is that they were working on getting working with sleeper agents, and so your wife and child were specifically taken because they had been indoctrinated by the toxic shaman that they were working with, and had previous psychological conditioning to accept to accept basically the cult mindset. So they were trying to see if basically whether elves were susceptible to that, what kind of work could be done with them physiologically, etc., etc.
Can I make a chemistry roll to see if I understand any of the more technical talk?
Sure.
Remember, I still have a vial of the green goo.
Green goo.
Goo for you.
Indeed.
So
Was it goo for you as it was for me?
uh,
Oh my god.
That's it, Nephilim. Bend over, going to get your punishment.
Chemistry roll is the 10.
That's not punishment.
Chemistry roll is a 10.
You don't get it, it's punishment.
Oh my
There's a
goodness.
lot. It gets pretty heady, but what you basically understand it's basically they drugged the shit out of them and attempted to implant controls via various experiments, electroshock, just stuff that you thought was long out of date, and then they finally settled on just implanting chips in their heads and keeping the chips happy via a constant stream of something called the X chemical, and that it showed improved reflexes, and it basically did what a street samurai chip would have done for them, but without, it notes specifically, a loss of mana.
without a loss of.
Sorry. Yeah, no, mana.
Is there enough room for all of us
Essence. Without a loss of essence. Say that again?
Is there enough room for all of us to camp out in Ragnar's place?
There's more than enough room.
Way more.
I'm going to sleep in my truck. When it comes time for that.
Okay. So, essentially, they noted that the thing they had been trying to do from the beginning was to create these people without losing essence, for whatever reason.
Hmm.
So this chemical apparently kept the essence flowing through the chip.
Kai's good mood just really went bad. We're at his place, right? We're at Ragnar's place, right?
Yeah, we're at Ragnar's place.
Hmm.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, what I can say. Yeah, you continue through, and the biggest, not complaint, but the biggest problem is that they kept killing elves when they were trying to minimize essence loss, while in the same vein creating a mechanical creature.
Magitech.
And they were going to use these people against their enemies.
So, Kai basically kind of fills with anger. Rage at this point.
Elven rage. Some sing.
Only he doesn't explode like last time. He just kind of walks inside to the rest of the group and explains calmly and in a very flat voice everything that he had found.
So yeah, he explains to you that they've been working on a Magitech kind of creature, and yeah, his family was front and center in it, and apparently the most successful Magitech experiment as of a year ago, which is the last time any of these notes were updated.
Interesting.
It was, you note, closed down due to financial difficulties, but you don't know what that means for the people who were part of the experiment.
Sounds like a euphemism for something.
Yeah. I'm pretty much I sit on Ragnar's bed, just fucking I don't remiss. While I assess these things.
You're going to sense what things?
No, not a sense. Assess things in my brain. Like,
Oh, okay.
Also, I make silly faces at the little child head popping out of the bag.
Little child head squeals and makes faces back at you with its incredibly large mouth and sharp teeth.
And I'm like, oh, this is how fucking cute.
Kai glares at that little bastard.
It's like somebody threw Big Eyes, Small Mouth, and Call of Cthulhu together.
And then I think I find something like a paper ball or something. Just kind of thinking.
Oh yeah.
You want the ball? You want the ball?
And the creature's like, yeah, I want the ball.
A little paper ball and.
And it goes scampering off, and it brings it back, and it drops it in your lap, and there's acid burns on the paper.
Oh my god, you're the best pet ever.
Slaughter is very jealous, and so I take him outside because he's gonna get real mad.
Kai
Okay.
goes outside because he can't quite handle the sight of seeing a childlike thing.
Being treated like a pet. Existing.
I mean, just child.
Think about it. That could be his kid for all he knows.
It could actually be a child of his wives, yes. That could have been a thing.
That's why I can understand he's not exactly happy about this.
Yeah,
No.
but I'm not even people, so I have no problems with this.
So,
but you guys don't know that, so that's probably still disturbing to you.
so before we end the session, what is everyone doing now that they're back? Because Kai's done the research and informed you of what's going on, where his wife is, which is the main Aztec headquarters. You guys still have not managed to find out exactly where the representative is, because he was staying as a prisoner within the main Aztec headquarters, but you don't really know much more than that. He could have been moved within the week and a half since he was captured.
So that's the person we have to get the disc to win?
To win the round, yes.
Fuck. Maybe we should find a way to see if we can actually intercept him, because I would imagine that they have to move him at times.
Not if he's already where they want him.
Yeah, if he's in a main Aztec headquarters, that's going to be absolute hell to. If pulling a raid on that would be kind of crazy, unless we had time.
You'd have to be a
What if we
stealth.
can find a way to get something that they want?
Can I make a hint for you guys?
Hmm.
We do have a technomancer who could try to hack further into the system and find more out about where he might be.
Yeah, I can do that, but I wasn't going to do it from in the middle of their network.
That would have been the best place to do.
Not really, considering they use both tech and magic. The last thing I want to do is hook my tech and magic up at the same time.
Ah,
Just so we're all aware, out of character, the Aztecs would kill to get their hands on a Technomancer to experiment on.
yeah.
Not to mention the fact that us being in their network using Guy's ID who has been dead for 5 years.
Yes.
Not exactly what I would call the optimal hacking location.
Hence why I said we have no more than 5 minutes.
Indeed.
Yeah. I wasn't going to argue with Kai. I actually wanted to get out of there faster.
So, Nephinor,
Yes.
are you going to do anything?
Yes. Now that I'm somewhere a little more secure, I'm going to start doing some search and see what I can find out.
Okay.
Now I'm going to Google.
As
Now
I-
you're going to Google.
we still have a vial of the unknown green stuff.
We
I'm not
do.
Googling that shit.
Would anybody be able to pick apart the unknown green stuff? Anyone who's a chemist?
I am a chemist, so I guess I can try it.
Yeah,
I could. Didn't I have my hand in it?
I suppose I
You
could just
did.
Yeah, I suppose I could just shoot it up and hope for the best.
Do me a favor.
Fuck.
Roll 1 6 and tell me if you get lower than 3 or lower.
But you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Roll a d6. Tell me if you get 3 or lower.
3 or lower. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. You said 3 or lower?
Yes.
3.
All right, you and I are going to have a small discussion away from the other people before I go to bed tonight, okay?
No.
I rolled a 8 on my chemistry.
But I have regeneration.
Oh, trust me, darling. That don't matter here.
No. Am I gonna become some kind of weird thing?
I'm not going to say a word.
Don't even bitch, I've got this ring wrapped in my fucking spine.
Let's see. You notice that it is a... How many did you get, you said?
I got an 8.
An 8. So, first off, it is viscous in property. It glows a slight green. It has a sulfuric smell. It appears to be a sort of base. And when you turn it over, do you touch it, is the question.
No.
No. Okay. It appears to be a sort of base when you dip a strip into it. And it doesn't seem like it'd be particularly dangerous, except it would probably like eat away at your skin.
Wait,
But
it would eat away at your skin.
Well, not eat away at your skin, sorry. It would, if it's super base, it would eat at your skin. Which is what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
So it's a super base substance. And there's other properties that you could see in it, but you aren't, with an 8, quite able to dissect it that well.
Okay, is the ring able to do anything to analyze it further?
Nope, Ring's just like, I have no clue what this is.
Oh, fuck you, Ring. You're useless.
I'm sorry. The ring beeps back in a very hurt way.
Yeah. That's what I thought, Ring. Fuck you.
Like, fuck you, Ring.
I'll amputate your ass.
Not okay.
I want to see you try.
I don't know. I mean, I have insulation on my bodysuit.
Yeah.
You have insulation on your bodysuit. Are you trying to get out of the? Are you trying to get out of the plot point?
Never mind. I'll go along with it, I guess. Am I gonna be some kind of vampire?
No, I'm not gonna turn you into a vampire.
Yeah, being a
Ugh.
vampire in
Hey,
Shadow.
vampires suck.
Yeah, in oh god.
Bad pun. No.
No, bad.
Yeah, bad pun. No. Anyway, point being,
I'm gonna have a conversation again.
yeah, I'm going to say that we've gotten to a point where you guys need to plan out of character to figure out where you're going from here, and I need to clarify some things that I'm sure I'm not going to be able to do well tonight because I'm tired. So we're going to call it there for the moment because it's a good place to stop. Let's see. Who had the funniest moment tonight?
Ragnar, I think.
Baby.
And his baby.
Berber.
My baby.
But then I did kind of throw a ball, and I went and got it.
That's cute.
Yeah, there isn't a cute one, but okay, who drove the story forward the most?
Shackles. No.
Shekels, clearly.
Oddly enough, Shekels.
Shekels did cause you to come across something important, but unfortunately a C4 explosion cut that short.
Well, at the beginning, when you were all just kind of waiting around to figure out what to do with the building, I'm just.
Yeah, he just walks in.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I think Otter actually earns this one.
Okay.
You guys were all kind of like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, and Otter's like, bump, 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 bump. So, Otter, you get one karma.
Yay.
Who's the best for drama this time through?
Well,
Drama includes being scared witless, I would point.
that would include pretty much that would include everyone but Neff. And
Yeah, I'm too calm.
yeah, that was because everyone did some pretty dramatic shit.
Okay, everyone gets a point except Neff.
Yay!
And Neff, for the fact that you weren't pissing yourself at the creatures I was clearly trying to scare you off with,
I've seen worse.
go ahead and take your point.
I've seen worse. I've been to family reunions.
Yeah. Alright, guys, I'm sorry it's a short one, but we've kind of come to a natural conclusion point, and I'd hate to, get off. What?
Hate to waste the natural conclusion point.
Yeah, basically. So, thank you guys for coming out. I hope you had fun. Next week, we're going to probably plan as technology and find out where that representative has gone. So, till then, later, guys, and keep to the shadows.